There's a famous saying in the management consultancy world which goes something to the effect of, if you can't measure something, you can't improve it. There's a similar kind of idea, I would say, in the recruitment world, whereby if you can't categorize a candidate, you don't tend to hire them. What I mean by that is, if you as the hiring manager don't feel certain what somebody is in terms of their skills, their background, their experience levels, if you don't really understand what that is enough to be able to put a fairly straightforward label on it that at least you and your colleagues and peers understand, I don't think you're going to hire that person. This is a real issue, particularly for those candidates who have a more eclectic background. They may have quite wide commercial experiences, some of which may be very relevant for the job and the company they're now pursuing, others maybe less so. Where that can be a problem is that if you spend a lot of time as a candidate focusing on skills and backgrounds and experiences that aren't directly relevant to this job interview you're in right at that moment, you run the risk of wasting time that you could be using to speak about more relevant matters, and worse still, you tend to muddy the waters about who you are, what you've done, and you leave the poor sort of hiring manager at the end still sort of slightly scratching their head, not quite sure, is Mark this, is he that, he's got bits that I like, is he one of us, is he this, I don't really know. And if they don't really know, almost certainly they're not going to hire you, because either they will have sufficient doubts, or even more likely someone else that chips in at some point who doesn't even meet you will say, well, I don't know, he or she doesn't sound right for us. So you've got to be really careful about positioning yourself in the right way. I hesitate to use the word vanilla, but there's an argument that you should actually be quite vanilla. What I mean by that is you need to be straightforward enough that that hiring manager can categorize you and see that very clear fit into what it is they're looking for you to do if you join them.